Hey, good morning. This is Kate. And yes, I'm here with the hat today, and there ain't much makeup on this dial because I'm waiting for my makeup to come in. Yeah, I order my makeup online and it has not arrived. So it's due here shortly. But I thought I'd get in here. And hey, some days it's just like that, isn't it? Some days are diamonds, and some days yeah, we get that. I'm Kate. I'm a life coach, health coach, uh, emotional freedom coach, and I love to coach with oils, Young Living oils in particular, but I do love to coach with oils. I love to have a lifestyle around oils as well. And today is in my groups, which you feel free to join. One is Mighty Mums Making or Mums Making Mighty Moves. And then there is Whole Health or Weightless Whole Health. And then there is Oily Coaching Revolution. Kate Pemwan Thompson is not a common name. In fact, it's the only one that's out there. So you will find me on Facebook or drop me a message. Today in those groups, we have what I call Taking Steps Tuesday, because there's an old saying that the man who's going nowhere will generally get there. And that is true of you, and it is true of me. If we are not ordering our steps, if we are not looking at the steps that we are taking, if we are not putting thought and intention into the steps that we are taking towards our goals, we are very likely not to get there. And then this time next year, you're going to be at the same place as you were last year, and you're going to be saying to yourself, why didn't I achieve what I wanted to this year? Planning is an old-fashioned thought, and I'm going to get you something here because I absolutely love this. I found this in a supermarket at maybe Back to Front. No, it's not Back to Front. I love it. I'm trying to find. It's called Breathe Journal. I found this in Whole Foods. This is the most wonderful journal I've ever had, and I am keeping myself accountable to using this year. And the reason is when you are intentional about what you are going to create every day, and when you write that down, there is way more chance that this is going to eventually manifest in your life. The other thing that I found, I'm sorry, I'm reaching across here. This is awesome. I found this at the Whole Foods too. This is Manifestation Journal Workbook. And in here, it's got 55. You write down exactly what your goal is, and then it's got 55 lines for you to write a positive affirmation on here about exactly how you're going to get what you want in 55 days. And you're going to say to me, oh, that's all woo woo and that's all crazy and that's all, yeah, no, it's not. God knows the wishes and desires of our heart. We have a spirit that lives within us. That is pure potential. That spirit that lives within us doesn't know that we can't do it. It doesn't know that there are boundaries. All those things come out of our minds. Every last one of those negative things come out of our minds. Remember, yesterday I was talking a little about how we feel first, and then eventually the thoughts are there, and thoughts are attached to feelings, and the thought creates the feeling, or the feeling end up attracting a lot more thoughts. This is exactly right. When we do not intentionally create what we want in our day, if we are not thoughtful, if we are not listening. This morning, I'll tell you a small story. I have a very large family, and I have my number three child, my number three daughter, or number two daughter, but number three child, said the other day to me, she said, oh, Mum, I just realized I've called you 3 times. And I realized how many other of us have called you 3 times. And that's true. When you have a large family, when they're little, you don't notice this. But when they leave home, they're still yours. And they still communicate, especially around different times of the year. And yes, they still want your advice. And yes, if they're ill or sick or they're needing something, there's a lot of attention that goes out and a lot of energy that goes out towards my 12 children. So this morning I had one call and then another call and then another call. And, I could have got off track because each one was asking something that was very relevant and something that needed a response from me. I could have got off track. I could have gone, oh, golly, gumgee. And then the next child comes down and I'm wondering why he's up so early. And it's, oh, geez, I got to go to Roswell today for work. Can you drive me at such and such a time? So then I'm going to drive from Marietta to Roswell, and then I'm going to come back from Roswell, and that's going to be over an hour. And all of this could have derailed my mind for the entire day. It could have derailed the steps I'd already planned to take today. It could have derailed thoughts in my mind, or it could have upgraded thoughts in my mind that said, you know what? Take the day off, forget about it. And yes, sometimes that's an option. Sometimes it is time to take a day off, but today was not that day. And so today I had to make sure the steps I had planned to take got taken, because otherwise, when I'm taking a step, when I plan to take a step, and I don't take the step, and I get caught up in a feeling or a thought that is internal, that is within me, and then I've planned a step, which is an action and a bridge to a result I could possibly have, which in this case, with my actions, I hope are positive results done in positive feelings. But if we get tied up in our inner world and we never cross the bridge, take the action, and end up in the outer world, we never get the results we want, because we get caught up with the thoughts, the feelings, the negativity, the stuff that goes around, and then we don't get the results we want. And then in 3 months' time or 12 months' time, we're going, that was my goal for last year and I still didn't get there. We don't want that in our lives. Well, I'm speaking for myself. I don't want that in my life. I have a large family, but the youngest of those is, 19 on the way to 20, the younger two. One is living out of the house and the other is working. So I do not have little babies anymore. But I am telling you, and I am also speaking to those moms out there who do have little babies. I think I turned around to my husband and said the other day, I think I could schedule this a lot better when they were little. At least they had nap time, and I was very organized. I believe in having, I had a section where my children had everything in it that was off my kitchen. So they had all their toys, they had all their favorite TV shows, they had all of that stuff, so that if I had planned something to do, that I could do it and still keep my eyes on my children. One of the things that I learned was preemptive measures, and I'm going to talk a little about that because I'm putting together a course at the moment that is going to help a lot of mums with large families. I was considered to have a large family to start off with because I was a baby boomer, and we had 4 children, not the 2 plus 2, and then of course we adopted another 8, so it put us in the mega family range. But managing, and for me that was managing 8 children under 7, because there were 3 sets of twins. So 8 children under 7, if you don't have your ducks in a row, then you're not going to be very organized and you're not going to get much done. I was so productive in those years. I got a book written. It probably had Vegemite all over it. But I got a book written when my children were between 2 and 9. Now some of them were going to school, but because of the way I learned as a foster adoptive parent to different methods that I learned, I was way more organized than I was when I had my first four. And yeah, I was pretty organized then. But taking the steps that you want to in your life not only needs intention, it needs discipline. And it needs action as well. And if you have not created your intentions deliberately, then you're not going to take the steps. You can hear and you can join as many programs as you like. And I can tell you, I sell online courses and I don't know how many people ever finish them. You must be determined. You must, if you set yourself a goal, motivation is not going to be with you 100% of the time. And you're not going to always have, I'm a writer. Sometimes I'm going, oh, what do I want to write today? What do I want to? I need the inspiration. I need the inspiration. Well, when I started out, I felt that way. But now I know I don't need the inspiration. I need to be very deliberate about what I'm going to write. I need to put pen to paper and I need to start. I'm about to start painting again. And I have a great idea in my head for my first painting. And that is on my schedule to take action on that today, because it's something I really want to do. It's something that I want to deliberately create. So you see, when you want to take the steps, you've got to organize the steps. You've got to know where the steps are taking you. Are they taking you off the path or are they taking you down the path to meet your goal? Because when we start out and we head in the direction that we know is in our heart and the desire of our heart, and we truly believe in it, then we're off and running. And guess what? God meets us and starts to come towards us so that we do create, intend, and manifest what it is we want in our life by being intentional, by taking the steps, by making sure that we're not diverted by the usual crazy thoughts or life. And life doesn't happen. Life is life. Life is, if you have a large, vibrant family, you're going to hear from at least 3 of them today. If they're out of your house or they're grown, you're going to hear from at least 3, or you may have to contact a couple because of situations that are going on in their life. So you must, if you want something that is deep, a deep desire in your heart, here's the key. You got to believe the same as you desire. And then you've got to believe and trust in yourself to take the action, the steps to put you on the path to get that. So that's it for Taking Steps Tuesday today. And I will see you tomorrow, hopefully with some makeup. Okay, that's it for me. Bye for now.